Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. In this space right here, we talk about the goodness and the beauty of all things motherhood. So I just want to welcome you. If you're a first-time comer, don't forget to like and subscribe. But today specifically, I have a very special video planned for you, and I just want to emphasize this is not sponsored whatsoever. So I'm giving you true raw opinions, and no one has reached out to me and asked to share these with you guys. So it is my top 5 postpartum mother things, and then my top 5 baby things right after having the baby, so infant stuff and all of that goodness. So let's get started. Okay, with all of these different things, I'm going to put a picture of them right here. Some of them I have next to me, so I will show you if it requires an example, but most of the time it's just easier for you guys to recognize it if I just put it on the screen, so that's what we're going to do. First, we will start with our mamas, of course. So my favorite thing that I actually just discovered with this 3rd pregnancy, it's called After Ease, and it is something you take 7 squirts of in your mouth, like medicine kind of, and it helps your contractions reduce their intensity sooner than they normally would. Of course, contractions right after you give birth are very much a good thing. They're helping your uterus to contract so that your bleeding stops and you get healthy, but then you also have contractions when you nurse up to a week after that, and After Ease really helped with those, and so I will put that up here. It really works for me. If it's not for you, that's totally great, but mine got more intense with each kid, so having it with a 3rd kid, incredible. The second thing I would recommend are compression tops. So what I mean by this is not so much this area, but down here. So you're gonna have a lot of baggy skin postpartum, and it just kind of feels weird being there. And so having something that's not super tight, but holds it in has been really helpful for me, and just feels a lot more comfortable, honestly. If it doesn't feel comfortable to you, don't wear it, but it was something for me that it did make a huge difference. I got mine from Target, so I'll put those up here. And I would get them in a couple different sizes because, maybe a medium is good for the week of, or a large, or whatever it is, and then maybe you want to go down to a medium small after a couple weeks because you still enjoy having that skin that's really dangly in your tight shirt. So that is my number 2. Number 3, okay, they give this to you in the hospital, but it is Dermoplast. If you've never used this before, I highly recommend it. It is a cooling agent that you can spray in your pad or directly on any swollen or, sorry, my lovely shirt, any swollen or irritated area, and it is just a really light cooling feel. Yes, I do recommend. I mean, this might be TMI for you too, but have had some more intense recoveries down there, and it has been a huge help with that. Number 4 would be soft organic pads, and so this is feminine product, Regen, of course, and I know we all have our go-to pads that we use if we are using them regularly, or we have period underwear, whatever it is. Whatever route you choose to go in that, just make sure they're soft enough for you to wear them for a couple hours. I would say there's a lot you can buy with fragrances or quick absorbing materials that will actually cause you to have rashes or to make your swelling worse or to irritate any open wounds down there. And so just make sure you have an organic material. I found these cotton ones at Target and they are phenomenal, and that's the only thing I buy right now, so I'll put that up here for you guys. But definitely try to make sure they don't have any fragrances in them, and that they're going to be soft enough and absorb enough for you. And I don't know if you guys have seen the TikTok hack of putting one straight this way and then putting another one like this on the back instead of getting the overnight ones that are super long. This for me has worked so much better with postpartum because you're just laying down all the time. But yeah, just so you have that. Number 5 would be stool softener. And this sounds kind of weird, but everything gets clogged up, and if you're in the hospital, they're going to give you some kind of pain management stuff. I mean, maybe they won't, but sometimes they do, and that can help clog everything up, and then you're going to get really swollen. And so having some sort of stool softener is extremely helpful. Some people just need yogurt, and that's great. You get your probiotics in, but for me, it was taking an actual stool softener pretty regularly within the first couple of days of giving birth, and that just really helped everything, especially if you have some stitches. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube, so I might have to bleep that out. It is extremely helpful, and it helps you to strain less and take care of your body more. So I would recommend staying on top of that, with your Advil or whatever it is. I think you take 1 or 2 a day. Look at your bottle. And that is super helpful. I'm just gonna add a 6th one because I feel nobody talks about this, but buy more than 1 nursing bra size. And it's kind of weird, but you just don't know what size you're going to be if this is your first baby or even if it's your third. I've had to wear a different size every single time, so it could be helpful for you to have a couple different options when you're going through that, because if you wear too tight of a nursing bra, you're going to get mastitis, which is basically just the milk ducts getting clogged because you're getting engorgement or any of the different things. And so just having a couple different sizes so that you can manage that well and set yourself up for success is a great place to start. If you have any more mom items, I would love to hear about them in the comments, so please post them below. And maybe things we haven't heard about before, that would be absolutely amazing. But now we're gonna go into the top 5 baby things that I can recommend that you would want with your newborn. So the first one would be a bedside bassinet or in-bed bassinet. They sell both. My preference is the in-bed bassinet because then you're just reaching over here versus like kind of like sitting up and then picking up your baby, which if you have a C-section, that gets pretty impossible. And so yeah, those have just been huge to have the baby next to me and or on me or all the different things, and maintain my sleep, maintain baby sleep, and then not move as much in recovery. So do recommend that. Okay, you guys didn't see that, but I had to take a quick pause because the baby woke up. The next thing I would recommend, so number 2 for baby, would be the front zipper sleepers. They can be magnetic, they can, well, I would not recommend snaps, but the front zipper sleepers right away in the newborn 0 to 3 monthers, all cotton, all super breathable, that would be great. Bamboo fibers are great too. But that is what I would recommend, because when you are nursing, the first couple of weeks, your milk is still coming in. And so if you can unzip it all the way to the foot when you are nursing them, so you can get some good skin to skin, that really does help your milk come in, and then that helps create the mother-baby microbiome. And so it's just really convenient instead of putting them in a full onesie that like buttons at the crotch, you know, that would be like taking their whole thing off before or during your nursing process. So that is my recommendation. Number 3 on baby, I would show you this, but my baby is totally sleeping in the bedroom right now, is movable diaper baskets. So a lot of people, they'll have a changing table, and that's great. That's awesome for after your first month. But when you are first recovering, it's really nice if you have like 2 to 3 movable baskets that have diapers, wipes, butt cream, and then like a changing mat in them, so that, or in maybe a couple extra outfits. I guess mine do have some clothes and some socks in them too, so that when you are changing them in your bed, you can keep one next to your bed, or if you move out to the couch for the day, then you can bring one out to the couch with you. Or if you're going to someone's house for the day, or let's say like grandma's coming and you want to take a nap in your room and she needs the diaper stuff, there's another diaper bin out in the living room for her to use. She doesn't have to come in and wake you up to use it. Number 4, okay, I brought these out here because they, I think, are just like underutilized. I bought this set from Free to Baby. They are 3 different head scrubbers. So this one's like a fine, there we go. It's like a fine like tooth scrubber. And then this one is like a sponge. And then this one is, it's a rounded comb. Let's see here, there you go. Really fine tooth comb, and they're for getting the cradle cap off of babies' heads. But what I also didn't know, like, it's great, all of my kids have had cradle cap, we love these, but then also this sponge is incredible for keeping soap out of baby eyes. And soap does sting for little kids, and you just like give a quick wipe on the forehead when you're scrubbing their heads, and it will pick up all of the soap so they don't get anything in their heads. Or you can just like scrub it back this way. So I recommend this. And then also it's just kind of like a little fun massager for them. Do keep it clean, like dry it out, do all the things, because they can get gross. So make sure you're taking good precautions and keeping your bath stuff clean. As you will learn with kids, it's just like one of those things. You just end up throwing everything away anyways. Yes, sorry, tangent. Number 5 would be sleep swaddles and sleep sacks that you think you're going to use long term. Have them in every size up to 12 months, and then like just have a bunch of whatever you choose to do. We do swaddles in our house. I learned how to swaddle babies at a very young age because I had a lot of siblings, and that's what my mom did, so that's what I did. And I'm very particular about the type of swaddle that I have on my baby because I don't want them to unswaddle and like pull it over their face, and that's important to me. So having several of those swaddles on hand is really helpful. I do childcare. I don't know if I had mentioned this in the videos before. A lot of the families that I do childcare for use sleep sacks as well, and so they will have a couple different sleep sacks that they use. Some of them are weighted just slightly on the top so that like the warmth stays in there. I mean, yeah, they're cool. But just make sure you're consistent and you have enough so that when you are transitioning to different sleep phases, or even like bassinet to crib, or all of the different things, that is staying consistent for them. But then also you have enough when they blow out or in the middle of the night. If you get poop in one, or they pee through a diaper, or all of the different things that can happen in the middle of the night, you just have extras. So that would be my top 5 baby things. If you have more baby things, I would love to hear them in the comments below. Of course, I am always looking for new and exciting things to get and try out for every single pregnancy, so you guys can help me out with that. But thank you for joining us today, and if you made it through the video, I am so grateful that you are here, and I just hope you have the most blessed day. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye.